What's up, YouTube? It's Todd here with TastyTracker. Today's a huge day for me. I've been working on this feature for a couple weeks now. It took a while to get everything the way I wanted it, and it took a while for me to figure out the direction I wanted to go. So that is the scanner, although if you have access to the site or the demo account, which everyone has access to, you've been able to see it forever. It wasn't finished. There were lots of features missing here or there. So anyway, if you go to leads and then scanner, comes up with this page. These are the stocks that I have automated jobs running out and sort of scraping the internet trying to get the best of the best. It was very frustrating for me originally going from site to site, getting recommendations, and each site might have the top 3 or the top 10 stocks to get for this specific circumstance, or maybe they might even have the top 50, but they weren't, all the stocks weren't in one big pool, at least the sites I was using. So you didn't know if a stock met multiple of your criteria. So with my scanner, you can see right now there's only 278 showing, and actually, let me refresh this here. Boom. Okay, so yeah, today there's around 733. Typically, each day it'll run, and it'll be between 500 and 1,000 stocks that it comes up with. So anyway, the first view I have here is the 52-week gainers. I like focusing on bullish stocks. So one of the things you might be interested in is the weighted alpha. If I hover over that, it says the performance of the security over a year with recent activity weighted more. And then there's the 1 year change, 3 month, 1 month, and high hits. And then the 1 year, the highest of the past year, what percentage it is from that point now. So if I sort by this, I can see that ADSW is very close to its 1 year high. It's only 0.09 away from that. So it's very close. So it must be on a bull streak. I can come over here and click this little chart icon, and it will pull up the chart in TradingView in a modal window. Give me a second here. Okay, and yeah, you can see that at least recently the chart's been super flat, so it's very close to where it has been, and it jumped up right here April 17th of 2019, so it's been extremely flat since then. Not saying that's a good stock necessarily to go to, but it's held that high for a year, so maybe putting on an iron condor would be a good play here because it's sticking at the 33 price dollar, or whatever you play it however you want. High hits is the number of times it's hit the high in the past year, and obviously 1 year percent change. We can see a lot of these therapeutic companies have had insane gains over the past year. If you scroll down, you can actually click on this bottom row here to load another 100 more. And so after a bit, we can start getting to symbols that are closer to what the SPY was. So even these down here are still outperforming SPY by 20%. SPY was 30% last year. So there's quite a lot of tickers to choose from. Okay, so let's, if you notice the table headers scroll with you, so that's nice. So yeah, you can sort by any of these columns. You can filter out the name. So say I want to search for Amazon, and maybe Amazon won't be on the list. Depends. Yeah, it's not, but AMD was. So let's search for that. Okay, so yeah, AMD. So you want to watch that, you can click the little star and it will remember that when you refresh. You can click on the information button to get a little bit more information. However, all of this or most of this information is included in the other views. And lastly, you can click this little subtract button, which if you hover over it, it says ignore a symbol. So if you never want to see AMD, you can click that, and it should hide it. Of course, it's not going to. So anyway, that might be a small bug. Anyway, it would hide it, and then it will show it up in the ignored list, AMD here, and then I can delete that, and then it would show up back in this list. So the other views I have here are bullish. What this is looking for is where the 20-day moving average is above the 50, and that's above the 100. And so this bullish indicator at the end here will be yes, if that is the case. You're also looking at the standard deviation, which is the measurement, of the price movement for the last, I think that's 24 months, but so that just might be a typo. It says 20 months. Then we have the high opinions, and again, these are all the same bucket, so it's really just changing the sort order. But obviously, the high opinions, there's a lot of tickers that are going to be 100% buy. And sort of the theory here is if analysts are saying that it's a 100% buy, you're going to get a bunch of retail traders, maybe an influx more than normal of people that are buying into that symbol. So that might be a good short-term play if you're looking for the move up on the buy, or maybe you're interested in Domino's long-term. I don't know. I just kind of stuck market cap and volume on this view, even though it doesn't necessarily make sense, but this doesn't have that many other columns, so I threw it on here for an easy. But the opinion change is how much it changed. I'm not sure what the time period is, but recently. So this says a 20% change, and since it's 100% buy now, it was somewhere around 80% before, 80% buy, and now it's been upgraded to 100% buy. So of course, if we scroll down, these are all 100% buys. But I can sort that in reverse, and then we get into the sells. So anyway, that can be a way to look for bearish plays if you're interested in that. Last view we have here is the top dividends. By default, it sorts on dividend yield, I believe. Yep, dividend yield. But then here we have the 5-year dividend percentage and the last dividend amount. So judging by this being $5 and the annual dividend is 10, I'm going to guess that that's paid out twice a year. And then the last dividend date here. So that's about it for the views. If you click on this little question mark here, it just gives you some quick information. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll add it to that list. Okay, so when you're on mobile view, you can't click on the table headers. So you can come in here and click add. And this is also a way to do a multiple sort. So say I want to sort by name and 5-year dividend, and then whatever ascending, I can hit apply, and I can sort by as many columns as I want. I already showed you the ignored page, which right now I just emptied out. There's also a filter page, which you can filter on any column. So I'm personally never interested in stocks that are under $30. It's kind of my very, very minimum, but let's go ahead and say 50. So I hit apply there. And now I'm only seeing stocks that are above $50, which is what I'm personally interested in. I can go ahead and toggle this on if I want to add anything to the ignored list. Excuse my kids and dogs. But anyway, if I toggle this button on, it will ignore any stocks that it filtered out, any symbols. So if I hit apply now, a second ago you saw the ignored list was empty. Let's click on this. And now it's populated with all of the different stocks that it filtered out that were under $50. So that's a quick way if you never want to see those stocks again. Now we're back down to 278. I'm never interested in anything under 50 really. So yeah. Okay, so search I already did. The last little section here is the chart. By default, it's set to modal on desktop and on mobile, and that simply means that the pop-up window looks like that. It's within the browser window, and then you'll get a close button. And it's just loading TradingView up. So if I switch that to window and I hit the chart, it'll pop it up into a new browser window. The benefit of that, if you have a TradingView account, it might sign you in. I'm not sure. I don't actually pay for a TradingView account, but you can also maximize it. So on the modal view, you can't maximize that screen. When you're in the window view, you can. So if you need a little bit more screen real estate, that's nice. And if I hit tab and then hit the chart, it'll open up another tab. And again, this is taking you straight to the TradingView domain. So this will definitely work if you have a TradingView account. It should sign you in, and then you'll be able to see the any of the charting capability that you have, any of the studies or anything that you have enabled by default. So the way you have your screen set up normally should work fine with that. On mobile, the way it works, if you have a modal, of course it will pop up a modal. If you have window, it will typically open up a tab, but not in a browser. It'll just be, well, it depends on how you're using my app. I have the website stored to saved to my desktop, and then it will pop up within that. If you're using it in a browser, then it might open up another tab. If you select that on mobile, depending on how you have TradingView set up on your mobile phone, it might open up the TradingView app directly. However, I uninstalled the app to continue testing with it and see how to set it up. And when I reinstalled it, I wasn't able to link the links up anymore. So it's not, when I have tab selected, it's not opening TradingView anymore. So if you know how to get that so that it handles links, let me know in the comments. But anyway, it's still, this using tab will open up a new browser tab, even if you have it saved to your desktop. So you can play around with that. Anyway, if you have any feedback on different data points that you need or views, let me know, and I'll see if I can get it added, or if you find any bugs, let me know. Thanks. Bye.